Hi guys, and welcome to this video for post Murph workout for my CrossFitters. Happy Memorial Day. We are taping this outside today. The mat is not as sturdy as I would like it to be, so bear with us as we go through this journey together. This morning, I did the Murph workout. For some of you who may not know what that is 300 air squats, 200 push-ups, and 100 pull-ups with a mile run in between. So did that this morning, taping today. I'm a little sore, gonna be honest, super fatigued, so it may not be perfect, but life's not perfect. So we're here together for a post Murph yoga routine stretch. So we're going to start today in hero's pose. So hero's pose, you're going to come to your shins and you're going to tuck your toes under. You're going to sit onto your heels and you can just bring your hands down to your shin. Close your eyes. And if it's too much on the backs of your feet or your ankles, you can come to sit onto the tops of the feet. So just find a comfortable space here. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, pull the shoulder blades together. Another deep breath in and out. Releasing any tension, any stress. And then let's just take a moment to honor those that serve our country. So maybe someone that you know who has served in the military or has made the ultimate sacrifice. Take a moment here to just honor them, think of them. And then just take another moment to be grateful that we live in a free country and that these people put their lives on the line for our freedom. Bring our hands to heart center and bow to all of those who serve in our militaries, in our first responders. All right, go ahead and come over to all fours, tabletop position. So your hands are going to be under your shoulders, your knees are going to be under your hips, and all we want to do is open up with some cat-cow poses. So you're going to drop your belly on the inhale, lift the heart up, gaze upward as your neck allows. Now your tops of your feet can be on the mat or the feet can be flipped still. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the spine. Inhale back into cow. Exhale into cat. I'm just going to keep flowing with this breath. Good. Last round here. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Awesome job. Now widen your knees to the width of the mat or a little bit further out. Bring the big toes to touch and bring your bum back towards your heels. Let's take a child's pose with our arms up overhead. Get really nice and long into the side body. The forehead can float down to the mat. And continue to breathe. Yeah, let's just flow between tabletop and child's pose. So bring your hips up and over your knees and then back to child's pose. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to release down. And then floating yourself back into child's pose. Once again, you can allow your hands to come up overhead or bring them down by the sides, whatever feels good to you. And try to melt down into the mat. Feel the forearms grounded and the shins grounded into the mat. Completely let go of any tension. Awesome, just start to rise back up. Come back to all fours. Take the left hand, place the left hand in front of your face, right arm to scoop up overhead. Get nice and long in that arm, stretch up towards the sky. And then you're gonna thread the needle. So that right arm comes in between the left knee and the left heel of the hand. Come down to rest onto that right shoulder. Head can float down to the mat. You should feel some opening in the lat here. Breathing in and breathing out. Option to take the left hand and place it up overhead or to bind it behind the right hip. Trying to get that heart to shine up towards the sky. Good. Exhale, release the left hand down to the mat. Again, come up to all fours. This time the right hand comes down in front of the face. Lift the left arm up overhead into that twist. Exhale, release. Come down onto that left shoulder. Thread the needle. Right hand can crawl up overhead or bind behind. But breathe here in through the nose, out of the mouth. Good. Crawl your hand back so the right hand can help you to come up, and then moving into puppy. So keeping your knees right where they are and the hips over the knees. All I'd like you to do is crawl your fingertips towards the top edge of the mat and float the heart down towards the mat. So we're opening up the thoracic and the cervical spine here. The lats, you can feel a stretch in the side body. Breathe in and out. Yeah, start to float the hands back, crawl them back up. Awesome. Then we're going to go ahead and straighten our right foot behind us so the right knee is straight. Tuck those toes under, and using your hands, push your hips back towards that heel, that right heel. So you're going to open up the calf and the ankle here. A couple of breaths here, in and out. And now let's just flow. So bringing your heart up towards your hands so you can push off your toes and then pushing back. So just moving a little bit in this posture. Pointing and flexing the foot. Helps to open the ankle from all the running, the calf, preventing shin splints from happening in the future. Good. Go ahead and bring that right knee back into tabletop. And let's straighten the left knee now. Tuck the toe under and push back. Good. So we're flexing that foot. And then bring the heart towards the hands and just go back and forth. Now, if you get a little bit better of a stretch with staying still, please do that. I want you to do whatever feels good in your body today. Good. Bring that left knee back down to the mat. Step the right foot forward into a low lunge. So your knee's going to be over your ankle, and you can scooch that left knee back if you need it. Sink down into the left hip. Hands can sit on the mat still, or you can bring them up to your thigh, or feel free to bring them up overhead. It's up to you what your body needs. Float the hands back down to the mat, and then bring the hips back towards that back heel. Lift the front foot up so the toes are pointing up towards the sky. Stretch the right hamstring. Yeah. Come back to that low lunge, and then step that right foot back. Left foot comes forward. On the other side now. You can scooch that right knee back if you need it, but feel that opening happening in the right groin. Up to you what you want to do with your hands. Keep them on the mat, bring them to the thigh or up overhead. Sink down into that right hip. Float the hands back down to the mat. And then half split or runner stretch, bringing your hips back towards that right heel, and then the left toes point up towards the ceiling, straighten the left knee. Good, come forward. Awesome job. Step that left foot back into all fours. Moving into pigeon, you're going to bring your right knee up towards your right wrist, and then that shin is going to try to get as parallel with the front edge of the mat as it can. You can scooch that left foot back and then come to sit. Now you don't want to be too far over on your right hip. You want to be sitting up. If you have a pillow or a block handy, or even a blanket, you can place that under the right hip if needed. Now you can stay up with your heart facing forward, or if you'd like to come down to rest on your forearms. But most of all, breathe, and just with every exhale, just feeling yourself let go a little bit more into that hip. Start to rise back up, pushing off the hands. Tuck that left foot under, so you can just help to bring your right leg back. And then moving to the other side, left knee comes towards the left wrist. The shin is parallel to the front of the mat as you can get it. And then walk that right foot back. Now your right and your left side may feel a little bit different. No pain here. You could feel a little bit of stretching, a little bit of opening sensation, but no pain. Remembering to keep the hips square, so the pointy bones on the front of your hip should be pointing towards the top edge of the mat. And then up to you what you'd like to do. Stay up or come down to the mat. And let's start to rise on up. Come back to all fours, step that foot back. And you're gonna lower yourself down to the mat. Good. Forehead comes onto the mat, hands underneath the shoulders, or the forearms are down onto the mat. Your heart's gonna move forward and up into cobra. So squeeze those butt cheeks together, push the pelvis into the mat. Breathe. Good. Exhale, release. Come down to the mat. And then come to flip over onto your mat. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock from left to right. Massaging that lower back. Circle the ankles. Draw your knees in a little bit closer. Awesome. And then allow your legs to fall down in front of you. And let's take recovery pose or shavasana. Hands come out by the sides. Take a nice deep breath in. Release, let go. Inhale again. Exhale, release. Think back to those that you honored this practice to. Now allowing the mind to just float away, breath by breath. Release any further tension in your body or in your mind. Just coming back to awareness by wiggling your fingertips and your toes. Drawing your knees in towards your chest. One last time, give yourself a hug. And then coming over to your right side and sitting on up. Now you can take a seated cross-legged position or come back into hero's pose. Tuck the toes under. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow to yourself for showing up on the mat to honor others. And honor and bow to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Honor them today, on Memorial Day, and every day. And I thank you guys for joining me, and I thank my CrossFit River Raisin family for joining me. And may love and health go with you wherever you go. Namaste. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much today for joining me on this Memorial Day workout post-Murph recovery. Outside, I know it's not perfect, but you did it. You showed up on the mat. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button, leave any comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.